Hi, and welcome back to the show. Now, with me, I've got Scott Boyle. Now, Scott, you work for the City of Edmond, what was it,
Building and Fire Code Services.
Building and Fire Code Services. And Scott, you actually perform most of, or all, I guess your department, all of the inspections for the City of Edmond, correct?
Yes, yeah, we do all the building inspections.
Okay, now tell me, for the house, kind of behind us, give us an idea as to some of the kinds of inspections that you would do on this kind of a house.
Well, on a typical residential, we do electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and the building or structural portion. All those different inspections have different aspects, but we'll do anywhere up from the footing all the way to the final when everything's complete.
On both homes and commercial construction?
Yes,
both.
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We do both commercial and residential.
How many people work in your department? You're one of the inspectors. How many inspectors do you have?
There are 8 inspectors
Really?
that do inspections, including 2 that do fire inspections.
Okay, all right. How many inspections do you do a year, do you think? Just roughly.
On average, it's between 21 and 22,000 in the last few years.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Edmond's growing.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Scott, since we're standing in front of a house that needs some inspection, can we go inside and kind of, get an idea as to what you do?
Absolutely.
All right, let's take a trip. Oh, wow. This is a pretty house. Okay, Scott, now that we're inside, give me a little bit of a rundown through an inspector's eyes. What would you be looking for inspecting this house?
Okay. For example, when we come in, doing a building final, first thing we did is walk through the front door. I saw that there's glass in it. I would check for a tempered logo. Any glass in a swinging door has to be safety tempered because it has a chance of getting broke.
Makes sense.
As we move on in the house, there's all kinds of inspections that we would do. Electrical is one of those things.
Okay.
Obviously, all these things were looked at in the rough stage, or what we call the rough stage, before the insulation and sheetrock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you how they actually check the electrical. That's before all of the sheetrock is on and things like that.
Yeah, basically after the structure is framed up, we come out and do a structural inspection. We come out and do electrical, mechanical, and plumbing inspections to make sure that they're all safe. Okay. But there's all kinds of requirements as to the number and spacing of electrical outlets. This is a manufactured fireplace that we'd come out and we would verify that the manufacturer's required clearances are maintained.
Okay.
And things like that. Gas connections are proper. It has a mantle valve that somebody can quickly shut off the gas if they need to.
All right. All of these safety aspects are what you're looking for.
Right, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Big window there.
Yep. Yeah. There are requirements on windows when they get over a certain size. They have to be tempered, or their proximity to a door also can trigger that requirement.
Okay, all right.
Plumbing, that's another inspection that we would do. We would test the functioning of the system at the final.
Okay.
And obviously all these things were looked at on the rough also, before the sheetrock and everything.
The rough is before the sheetrock and everything goes on, right? Okay.
Before the installation and sheetrock, we come out and we verify that the structure is sound and properly done. All that the systems, the electrical, mechanical, and plumbing have been roughed in and are properly done.
Okay. Tell me, Scott, all of this sounds great, but what is the ultimate goal of inspecting homes like this?
Basically, codes and the inspections that we do are to ensure that the occupants are going to be safe while they're inside the structure.
From the aspect of a homeowner, when should we call for an inspection? I guess there are multiple inspections along the way.
Right.
When do we do this?
Well, most times that would be handled by the contractor.
Oh, okay.
Typically, we do have some homeowners that contract their own homes, and then they would get into the requesting of inspections and things like that. But most typically, that would be something that would be left to the builder. If they're doing a remodel or a room addition, or maybe a swimming pool or things like that, those things would require a permit.
Yeah, that was going to be my next step. I guess after you move into a home and all of the inspections have been done, then from a homeowner's perspective, when would we may need to call for an additional inspection? And that would be if we do, especially an addition to a home.
Right.
And how about a swimming pool? If we put in a swimming pool?
Yeah, a swimming pool would require a permit and inspections. We want to ensure that the biggest thing is there's some electrical requirements on a pool to make sure it's safe.
I didn't think about that.
The enclosure of the pool. We want to make sure that neighborhood kids, small kids, can't get into the pool area and have a potential hazard there.
Okay, all right. Now from a homeowner's perspective again, these are things that we really don't know that much about.
Right.
How can we find more information about this?
Well, you can go to the Building Services Department or the Building Services section of edmondok.com and get more information.
All of this is online?
Yes.
Okay, great. So all we have to do is go to edmondok.com and we can navigate to What was the department again?
Building and Fire Code Services.
Building and Fire Code Services, and we can find out anything we need.
Right.
All right. Hey, Scott, listen, thank you so much. I appreciate all of the information you've given us.
Not a problem.